challenge. Thanks to Governor DeWine, Ohio doesn't have any real hot spots, but the fight isn't over yet. We need to continue washing our hands, wearing face masks, praying, testing, and we need to continue social distancing. On behalf of Black Lives Matter in Cuyahoga County, I would also like to thank first responders, hospital workers, and essential workers for risking their lives to save others. Nurse aides and hospital workers didn't contribute to the structural legislation, corrupt business practices, and poor leadership that created this nightmare. But unfortunately, the rain falls on the just and the unjust alike.
Sure.
I'd like to encourage those workers, though, to thank God for this opportunity to reveal their true characters. We have a godly character that kind of, we keep it very deep down inside sometimes, but in moments like this, a lot of times that part of our nature is revealed. And so, weeping may endure through the night, but joy comes in the morning.
All right, now I'm into that statement right there. But I'm sure you're well aware that President Trump, for the sake of the economy or the sake of his re-election, is pushing states to ease up on social distancing on May 1st, just as the number of coronavirus cases surpasses 1 million and the number of coronavirus deaths surpasses 55,000.
Yeah, first he wanted to open the economy up on Easter, which
Right.
was crazy. Now he wants to open up without testing, and he even suggested that, that we drink bleach. So the first thing I would say is, I'm not sure anyone should be listening to President Trump right now. I'm not even sure he should be talking. In my opinion, there's only one approach to reopen the economy that makes sense. And, again, we should beef up testing. All the scientists tell us that. All the leaders with common sense who are responsible tell us that. We need to continue social distancing, wait until the curve flattens. We should have been reopening the supply chain and restocking the supply chain starting back in January. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Trump is almost acting like someone who doesn't want to get rid of the coronavirus, or he really just doesn't understand what it takes. And we need to get those checks out. And we can do all this stuff simultaneously. If we can bail out big business repeatedly, why can't we spend taxpayer dollars saving the lives of taxpayers? Before we end social distancing, every single healthcare organization should have adequate supplies.
Right.
PPEs, ventilators, tests, blood plasma with COVID-19 antibodies. They should have enough to last at least 6 weeks. Trump keeps saying we have equipment and ventilators and testing, but other people who I believe a lot more than him are saying we don't. So I think that's kind of a no-brainer right there. And also the federal government should distribute guidelines to states to use to determine when it's safe to relax stay-at-home orders. The Constitution gives that power to the state, but federal guidelines would create a measure of accountability. And before I go any further, I do want to say that I just feel strongly that as tough as this moment is, Americans, there's always something to thank God about. We should definitely thank God for social distancing, because imagine what would have happened, under Donald Trump. Maybe if we had a different president, we didn't even know what social distancing was. But because Trump is so poor, I think basically social distancing is what saved a lot of us. If we had to depend on him to save us, there'd be a lot more funerals.
I can agree with that. As a matter of fact, before we even go to a break, how would you grade Donald Trump's response so far?
It would be